Good morning, 819S. Another good morning. Little cloudy, but not too bad. The temperature's starting to pick up. Not sure the exact temperature now. I'm gonna guess it's around 29 right now. High in the mid 30s. Low to mid 30s again. It's gonna be a good day. And I realized something that I forgot to talk about yesterday when it comes to the 50cc bikes. So, my wife got her 50cc scooter license, let's see, about 2 years ago at this point. And I keep encouraging her to get a 125 license. 125 license, there, I believe, just like other licenses in Japan, there are two types. There's a manual and there's an automatic. Manual lets you ride both manual and automatic vehicles, and automatic only lets you ride automatics. So, automatic meaning like this. There's no clutch. Just twist the throttle to go and hit the brakes to stop, and no gears or clutch. So if she gets a 125 license, she could get an automatic, and I think that would be pretty easy. She might be able to go in there and get it right now, honestly, if she just wants automatic, and then that'll be her choice. That's fine. I have no problem with that specifically. But I think being able to have the flexibility of riding a bike with a clutch would make it a lot better. And then if we could have two different bikes, one that's maybe automatic for her daily driver, and then one with a clutch so she could practice that. Frankly, I'm not so concerned about my wife getting a Chugata or an Ogata license. I don't know. I think that's too much for her. I think the bikes are too heavy. I think the power's too strong or too significant. Just too powerful. But she does want a 125, and I do recommend manual license. That being said, I was searching for a manual 50cc bike that she could practice riding on, and they're kind of gone. There are very, very, very few in this country. I believe in the 90s there used to be tons of them. There were like a Jazz or something like that. There were little 50cc cruiser style bikes, and because they don't exist here that much anymore. Honestly, I don't know where they went. My conspiracy theory is that people snatched them up when they were cheap and exported them to other countries, but that's not the main topic today. Because there are so few of them here, they're expensive. Like, I found some that were like 300,000 yen, which was more than the price of my brand new Tact for a vintage 50cc with a clutch. And I went to a bunch of different local shops and asked, do you guys know where I can get a 50cc bike with gears with a clutch? And everyone was like, yeah, no, those are kind of harder and harder and harder to come by. And then the ones that are still kind of popular might be like an NSR 50 or an NS1 or something like that. Those kind of race style 50cc bikes. And those also are kind of premium priced, but I think it's because they are old two-stroke race bikes. And the young kids who want something fast definitely would be willing to pay a little bit more to have that cooler bike instead of just a regular 50cc scooter or something like that. So, with all that said, I think what the new regulations for low-powered bikes could do, and I don't know what the lineup will be for the different makers yet, but what it could do is make low-powered 125 with a clutch and gears available, meaning that it's a 50cc class bike with a 125 or 110cc engine, and it has a clutch and gears. So that would be really amazing, in my opinion. I think what that could do is open up motorcycling to a whole new audience again. For now, people who ride scooters have a little bit of a hurdle or a barrier to jump to get into motorcycles, because they'd have to go from riding something that's automatic to learning how to use a clutch and gears, and then getting enough practice in so that you're comfortable with it. But if you had a 50cc license, you don't need any specific training, and you could buy a 50cc class bike that lets you learn how to use the clutch and practice a lot. Man, getting your bigger licenses would be a lot easier. So fingers crossed that Honda, Kawasaki, Suzuki will release a 50cc class bike that has a clutch, and then my wife and other people can learn how to use the clutch properly and then upgrade from their 50 to 125 licenses and then move to a proper 125 class bike. Oh, that would be amazing. Then my wife could actually go 40 kilometers per hour, 60 kilometers per hour. I could also upgrade this thing so that I could get the little bit of extra speed too. But yeah, only time will tell. Thank you guys so much for watching. Get out there and ride. Definitely ride safe.